If you're thinking about selling your house this summer, you've probably been told it's a fantastic time to do it. You see the headlines, you remember stories from neighbors who sold a couple years back, and you're ready for that big payday. But I've got to tell you, that's not the whole story. The market is shifting right under our feet. And what worked for sellers even 6 months ago could be a costly, soul crushing mistake today. I'm going to share the brutal truth about what it really takes to sell your home in the summer of 2025 and how you can dodge the traps that are leaving other homes sitting on the market for months. My name is Erica McClain, and for the past 25 plus years, I've been right here in the trenches, helping hundreds of families navigate some of the wildest real estate markets we've ever seen. I'm not here to sell you a fantasy. I'm here to give you the data driven, no fluff strategies that are actually working right now to get homes sold for top dollar, even as the market changes. Because let's be honest, the days of just sticking a sign in the yard and watching the bidding wars roll in are over. This is a whole new game with a new set of rules. The biggest myth we're all being told about the 2025 housing market is that it's still a runway train for sellers. And while it's true that homeowners have a ton of equity built up, the balance of power is quietly and quickly shifting. For the first time in years, buyers have something they haven't had: options, lots of them. The number of homes for sale has shot up, with active inventory increasing by nearly 29% in June compared to last year. What this means is that homes not priced perfectly from day one are sitting. And when a home sits, it gets stale. Buyers start asking that dreaded question, what's wrong with it? Then come the price cuts, one after another. Each one chips away not just at your profit, but at your peace of mind. You start to feel desperate, and trust me, buyers can smell desperation a mile away. It's a painful, expensive downward spiral, and it's one you can and must avoid this summer. The key isn't just to sell, it's to sell with a strategy that gets the reality of today's market. Okay, let's get one thing crystal clear. You cannot price your home based on what your neighbor got 2 years ago. That market is a distant memory. We're in a fundamentally different landscape, and getting your head around this shift is the first step to a successful sale. The biggest game changer is inventory. The number of homes for sale is climbing steadily. In June, there were over 1 million active listings in the US, a huge jump from last year. At the same time, homes are taking longer to sell. The median time on the market has stretched to 53 days, which is 5 days longer than this time last year. So what does this actually mean for you? It means more competition. It means buyers aren't in the same frantic state of mind. They can be choosy. They have the luxury of comparing your home to the one down the street and one block over. Plus, affordability is still a huge hurdle, with mortgage rates expected to hang around mid to high six range for most of the year. This combo of more choice and high borrowing costs has created a much more cautious, price-sensitive buyer. They have more data at their fingertips than ever before, and they aren't afraid to wait for the right house at the right price. The days of explosive price growth are pretty much over. While some forecasts see modest price growth, others, like Zillow, are even forecasting a slight price decline of about 2% by the end of 2025. So, the main takeaway, the market is stabilizing, and in some places, it's correcting. Pricing your home now requires a surgeon's precision, not a sledgehammer. The single biggest mistake a seller can make this summer is overpricing their home just to see what happens. This isn't a small oops, it's the kiss of death. Let me break down why this old school tactic of pricing high to leave room for negotiation will actually cost you money in this market. A home's first 2 weeks on the market are like the opening weekend of a blockbuster movie. That's when you have all the buzz, all the excitement, and the undivided attention of serious buyers. Price it too high, and you completely miss that critical window. Here's how the damage happens. First, you're basically wearing an invisibility cloak to the right buyers. Buyers search online in specific price ranges. If your home's true value is around $495, but you listed at $525, you just shut out every single person looking for homes up to $500,000. Your perfect buyer might never even see your listing. Second, you attract the wrong crowd. The buyers who do see your $525,000 listing and are comparing it to other homes that are genuinely worth that much. Next to them, your home is going to look like a bad deal. They'll see other listings with more square footage, a better location, or a brand new kitchen, and they'll swipe left on yours without a second thought. Third, the stale bread effect kicks in. As your home sits on the market, a stigma builds. Buyers and their agents see the days on market number creeping up and immediately think something must be wrong with that house. Their first question is no longer when can we see it, but how much are they willing to drop the price? Just like that, you've lost all your negotiating power. This is when the painful price reductions start. Data shows that homes with multiple price cuts often sell for less than if they were priced right from the get-go. In June, over 20% of homes on the market had a price drop. You end up chasing the market down, always one step behind, instead of letting the market come to you. Look, I know this is kind of a lot to take in, and every single neighborhood has its own market dynamics. Understanding your hyper local trends is everything. To help you with that, I've put together a free custom local market analysis that isn't some generic zestimate. It's a deep dive into the most recent comparable sales, the current competition, and the demand trends right now in your own backyard. If you want one, just comment local market below, and I'll get in touch to create your personalized report. No strings attached. It's just critical information you really need to have. So if overpricing is the ultimate sin, how do you get it right? It boils down to a smart 3-part strategy. This isn't about guessing, it's about data, psychology, and a little bit of discipline. The bedrock of any smart price is a competitive market analysis, or CMA. But not just any CMA. You need to look at 3 key data sets. First, sold comps in the last 90 days. These are the receipts, proof of what buyers have actually paid for homes like yours. Second, active comps. This is your direct competition right now. You and your agent have to be brutally honest about how your home stacks up. If a similar home down the street has a new kitchen and it's priced at $500,000, you can't price yours at $500,000 if your kitchen is from 1998. Third, look at expired listings. These are the ghosts of the market, the homes that were overpriced and failed to sell. They are a powerful lesson in what the market has already rejected. In a market with more inventory, you don't just want to be noticed. You want to create an event. This strategy means pricing your home at or even a hair below its fair market value to drive a wave of immediate interest. It feels wrong, but it's a powerful psychological move. Pricing just under a major search number, say at $499 instead of $510, opens your home up to a much bigger pool of buyers. This can create a flood of showings and multiple offers in the first week, sparking a competitive environment where buyers bid price up. A bidding war, even with just two buyers, puts you firmly back in the driver's seat and often pushes the final sale price higher than your initial ask with better terms. No matter how perfectly you think you've priced your home, the market gives the final verdict, and it gives it to you fast. You need a preset plan with your agent. If you don't have a solid number of showings and at least one good offer within the first 14 days, your price is off, period. You can't afford to sit and wait to see what happens for a month. At that 14-day mark, you have to be disciplined enough to make a strategic price adjustment. This isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign of smart, adaptive seller who's listening to real-time feedback. A swift, decisive price cut of 2 to 3% is way more effective than a series of tiny, desperate-looking reductions over 2 months. It resets the conversation and shows the market you're serious. Selling your home in the summer of 2025 is completely possible, and it can still be incredibly profitable, but it demands a new mindset. It requires you to accept the brutal truth that the market has changed. Buyers have more power, more options, and less urgency. The strategies that created lottery-like wins for sellers in the past can lead to stagnification and financial heartache today. You have to be smarter. You have to be more strategic. You have to fight the urge to overprice and instead embrace a data-first approach that creates real competition. Price your home based on today's reality, not yesterday's news. Make your home an event that buyers feel they have to attend, and be disciplined enough to listen to what the market is telling you and adjust quickly. This isn't a market for passive selling. It's a time for active, intelligent strategy. If you do it right, you can navigate this shifting market with confidence and walk away with the absolute best result possible. Thanks for watching. If you found this valuable, please hit the like button and subscribe for more no-nonsense real estate advice. And don't forget, if you want that free personalized local market analysis, just drop local market in the comments below. I'm here to help you win no matter what the market is doing.